Today I am rebuilding the Houston Texans in an attempt to win a Super Bowl. Now we have $92 million for free agency. The first move I wanted to make was bringing back Desmond King. In free agency, I way overpaid Mike Gesicki. We gave cheap deals to Anthony Brown, Anthony Walker, and definitely Kenny Golladay. And with the second overall pick, we brought in CJ Stroud. With the 13th overall pick, we're bringing in Paris Johnson Jr., the left tackle. We didn't really upgrade the team all too much. This is going to be more of a bridge year. Let's go to the playoffs. Now, we ended the season at 5-12. Tennessee won the division at 10-7, then the Jags, then the Colts. Stroud had a great rookie year, 4,300 yards, 38 touchdowns, 15 interceptions. Pierce leading the team in rushing with 1,000 yards, 11 touchdowns. Our two main additions on offense, Mike Gesicki, 660 yards, 9 touchdowns, and the rookie high of 452 at 6. A big pickup on defense, Anthony Walker with 128 tackles. Here's the biggest surprise, rookie Will Levis winning the MVP for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Stroud got number 3 for Offensive Rookie of the Year behind Robinson for the Ravens and Hall for the Colts. The Chiefs blew out the Commanders 41-20 in Mahomes' Super Bowl MVP. Now, we have $170 million in cap space heading into this offseason. Laramie Tunsil's up there, Anthony Brown are up there. We're going to take a pass on both. Now, since we came in last place, I spent a lot of money in free agency and way overpaid for each of these players. We gave Wirfs a 7-year deal. We gave Pittman a 4-year deal. Bringing in Ed Oliver, defensive tackle, on a 4-year deal. John Johnson for 2. And Jeff Okudah at corner for 5 years. One of the weakest points on our defense is at end, so I drafted Parker Nance in the first round at left end. The next thing I wanted to do was trade away Desmond King. We're kind of deep at corner, so put him on the trade block. We had a lot of offers. We could have went with Christian Watson, but I decided to trade him to the Lions and bring in DeAndre Swift. We are in the upward swing, so we did end the season at 9-8. That's not good enough to make the playoffs. Stroud had a similar season, 4,400 yards, 34 touchdowns, 15 interceptions. Pierce had a bit of a drop-off, 966, 11 touchdowns, but we had 3 for DeAndre Swift. This is where we got the most help at receiver. Brandon Cooks, 1,200 yards with 9 touchdowns. Michael Pittman, the free agent we brought in, 1,012 touchdowns. Gesicki, 860 with 6. Hyatt with 5. Anthony Walker is an absolute beast, leading the team with 151 tackles. We are number 6 in Coach of the Year, so we're working our way up. And we have Parker Nance, number 3 for Defensive Rookie of the Year, and Mackey at number 5. The Chiefs winning another Super Bowl, beating the Vikings 27-10. Mahomes, another MVP. Now, heading into the offseason, we have $126 million in cap space, and there's nobody I wanted to re-sign. Now, when I clicked on free agency, the biggest surprise is Aaron Donald wants to come down to Houston, so I had to make it happen. So I brought in Aaron Donald at right end on a 2-year deal. I brought in the punter Townsend, Mainers at right guard, and then I brought in Ten Karras at center. I really wanted to focus on the offensive line in the draft, so with our first round pick, I took left guard Trevor Simpson. And maybe my favorite part of Madden 23 is when you have injuries turned off, but you still have an injured player. But we are an 82 overall team, no real weak points on this team. Let's head to the playoffs. We ended the season at 12-5, and that was good enough for the first round bye. Stroud had a great season, 4,700 yards, 28 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Pierce with 1,200 yards, 15 touchdowns, but look at DeAndre Swift, 14 touchdowns. This is a big surprise. John Mechie, 1,200 yards, 7 touchdowns. Pittman, 1,000 with 6, and Hyatt, 989, 7 touchdowns. And this is why we brought in Aaron Donald, 15.5 sacks, got Ed Oliver up to 6.5, and Wooden up to 5.5. Even though we're the best team in the AFC, none of our players are in the MVP discussion. And we didn't even win Coach of the Year. Doug Peterson beat us out, a coach in our own division. And they give no respect to Aaron Donald in the AFC Defensive Player of the Year discussion. And in the divisional round, we were playing against the 7-seed Los Angeles Chargers, who upset the Chiefs. And this was absolute domination by the Chargers, beating us 38-7. They're going on quite a run. They couldn't finish it off, though. They lost to the Dallas Cowboys 35-14, with Parsons with the Super Bowl MVP. Now, we have $90 million in cap space. I had to make sure we brought back Pierce, brought back Green, and definitely brought back Derek Stingley. And then in free agency, I had 3 big additions in Derek Brown, Jameson Williams, and David Ojabo. And since Aaron Donald is getting up there in age, I decided to draft Steve Patton, right end, who had hidden development and looks like a great player. And that leaves us with an 86 overall team heading into our final season. We should be able to make the playoffs since we were 12-5. Let's find out. Unfortunately, we ended the season at 8-9, right behind Tennessee, who are 9-8. Stroud had his best season yet, 4,600 yards, 36 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. This is a travesty. Even Pierce had a great year, 1,300 yards, 13 touchdowns. And this is why we signed Jameson Williams, 1,100 yards, 8 touchdowns. And look at Michael Pittman, 930 with 11. Aaron Donald is an absolute beast, 20.5 sacks. You'll love to see that. Derek Brown right behind him with 9.5. And Myles Garrett's going to rob us of Defensive Player of the Year, taking it away from Aaron Donald. And the Chiefs cannot be stopped, beating the Giants 27-21. Madden loves the Chiefs. But if you could, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you next time.